in the bathroom where I guess most of your self-cutting will be done. I'm gonna be trying to use this 3-way mirror, which I've never done. This was probably like 20 bucks on Amazon. I could link it in the description, probably should have, but didn't. But anyways, I just got this thing set up right now and it should give me a little bit of a decent view. Now I do wear glasses, so it sucks to cut your own hair without them. But we were so busy this holiday season, and I just want to shout out to Booked In. It was actually pretty smooth and seamless. I was able to do everything I got to do, and you guys can head over to bookedin.com/Eddie, redeem your offer for 3 months, 50% off if you guys check them out. But they're also running this like crazy giveaway right now for like a $600 worth of prizes. I put it in the post. But anyways, I can't go to Christmas tomorrow looking like this. I mean, the beard, I washed it. I hate washing it. It makes it just terrible. So we don't have our A-game stuff with us either. Like all my other stuff is at the shop, but I do got some great products. Thankfully, I have a saber trimmer, which I'll be using. I have an old Rogue that's sat up in my garage for a while. I have no idea how much charge it has, but with these 2 tools alone, I could do it. But I did get lucky and find an older Rebel too. So we'll be using these 3 tools, and then I found my Uno 2.0. This is my favorite little electric shaver. So we're gonna be good, and it might take a little bit, but we'll get the whole haircut faded, and we'll get the beard on point. So the only thing I did forget was the blow dryer. So I gotta use some other blow dryer. I believe maybe it will fit my attachment. I'll show you guys. These little attachments right here can fit on multiple different kinds of blow dryers, so I'm kind of hoping it will fit on this one. And I keep like 6 of these on deck. This is a really good tool. If you've got a longer beard or you want to try to straighten your hair some, this is actually like a JRL blow dryer, but bang, it actually snapped on pretty good. So we'll try this. What up, Fatal? Appreciate you for jumping in here. We might need moderation. Some of the rooms have been ridiculous, but I think we should probably start with the beard, because this thing on my face right now, after washing it, it is just the absolute worst. So that's what we'll start with, and I'm gonna plug in one of these clippers. We'll get started. Where we all tapping in from? Hope you guys are having a great Christmas Eve, and we're making it happen. Got a little bouncing around in here. But the first thing we want to do, generally after you wash your beard, I washed it last night, and it is just so, dude, you would never get a comb through this real easy. Like if I just show you guys real quick, like a comb test, like, man, everything is just getting stuck. There is no chance. I hate that. Like literally I could bend this comb probably till it snaps in some of these tangles. So not pleasant, but first thing we want to do is wet our beard down, which will go a little ways for shaving the face too, because look at all that, man. That is not good. So we're gonna wet the beard down. And honestly, the wetter the better. So with the beard being wet, we're gonna put in some oil. Hopefully I still have some oil in this thing because it feels kind of empty. Okay, barely anything. Told you guys, we're not running with our A game right now, but we have some of this from 1821. I really like this oil because it's a little thicker, but it looks like that's gonna be about it for the oil. Unless, oh, you know what? I got something. So this is not enough oil. My beard's gonna just lap this up. Somebody asked how long I've been growing it. I guess it's been about 4 years since I've really cut it down. Now this stuff actually smells so good. This is spiced vanilla. It's got a killer scent to it. Let's see if I can brush through it with like a brush. Still pretty difficult. We're getting some of the tangles out of it now. Actually, Stylecraft has this product here. one of these is similar to like an oil. One of them is, like that one's called Revitalize. But this oil, this shine, it's called Cell Radiance. But basically, I've found that this actually works a lot like a beard oil. And this stuff is meant to make your beard, make your hair. It's not really meant for beards particularly. But I have noticed that when I put this in here, it's so much easier to comb through and it stays a lot straighter. So now we can try that comb test again. See if I'm getting a whole bunch of tangles in it. Things are much better than they were. So let's go ahead, let's straighten up this beard. So it's pretty easy with that little nozzle attachment, like I said. And this nozzle attachment will fit on most blow dryers out there. Like I said, this one happens to be a JRL blow dryer, but I just wanted to show you guys it'll fit on all kinds of different blow dryers. This blow dryer is not the best, but it gets kind of hot. So all we got to do with this attachment on here is just take it straight down. What made you want a beard? I always wanted to grow it out, see what it looked like. I think almost every guy in the world that can grow a beard wonders what it would look like if they were to just like let it grow for as long as they could. "4 years to grow this long." Hell, even if this is all I do, this is so much better. I can't go into Christmas looking like that. So like if you didn't have any skills whatsoever and you wanted to just straighten your beard out pretty good, tell me this isn't a good way to do it. Super easy. I personally find blow drying it to be like the best way to get it really nice and straight. That's nice. So the other way you can blow dry it if you don't have that, my goodness, does that feel better. And that didn't take very long at all. Somebody wrote, use a hair straightener. If only that would work. It really doesn't. So, next thing we got to do here, kind of doing some things ass backwards because I'm going to want to shower after this. But Merry Christmas to everybody. Appreciate all of you guys. I could be playing Santa. We went to go see Santa the other day, and I told my son before we walked in, I said, bro, I bet my beard's bigger than Santa's. Just, he better look out. Okay, one part I hate when it comes to shaving is this like stubble up here, and I've let this go for way too long. So using, this doesn't cut long hair, guys. So is it 102.0? So if you let this go too long, this machine won't cut this. And honestly, it's like right at the length where it's struggling, but it's cutting it. But I just want to clear that out a little bit right there. Guys, hit the like button if you guys enjoy the content. We're just chilling here. What do you guys think about the football tomorrow? It kind of sucks because of the way the league has went. Also, what should I do with this mustache? Should I cut this mustache back down? I've been kind of thinking about it, man. The mustache is not fun when it gets this long. I've been kind of thinking about maybe I should start pushing it out to the sides here. Whatever. That could work eventually, but I gotta leave it. So who's your favorite team? Mine's the Denver Broncos. He said that was Raleigh. Denver Broncos are a good team, man. They're a real good team. I think Bo Nix is a great quarterback, and you know I think they got as good of a chance as anybody. But they have won a lot of close games, so that kind of makes me a little curious as to how they'll do, you know, when they play some real competition. So, you guys think I should cut the stash down a little bit? My favorite team's the Buffalo Bills. This is just a little shave gel. I'm gonna line my beard up real quick. Like I said, guys, we're doing things ass backwards. We're gonna do the whole haircut too, so. The Buccaneers have made me sad. I imagine so. They were making me a fan. I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan, but they were making me a bit of a fan because, you know, I love to see any kind of underdog story like Bucks and Baker Mayfield getting another shot, get another lease on life. I think that's pretty cool. We're gonna throw a level 3 blade in our blade holder here, and this thing holds it by a magnet, which is pretty cool. Now you see how I pushed my beard down kind of far before? I think I'm gonna try to work with some of this regrowth here. Kind of like to get that. Already 25 likes. You guys are cool. So I know a lot of people are a little worried to shave with the straight razor. They think it's difficult. It's not difficult at all. One of the cool advantages to it, let me finish this spot so I can see. One of the cool advantages to it is generally you'll buy them in cases like this, right? And there's 100 blades in here, but you snap them in half, and each one, all you use is one at a time. So once you snap them in half and you start using them, you'll realize you're getting a lot more bang for your buck versus like buying like these really expensive razors here. Like, dude, these razors are super expensive, like Gillette, like Mach 5. And honestly, this could save you a lot of money. If you just practice a little bit, you can get good at this pretty quick. So I used to work at a barber school for like 11 years. One of the first things I would tell them was to start shaving themselves. And of course, they'd cut themselves a little bit. In the beginning, but that's good for you. You need to know what it feels like. So when you do certain things and you wind up cutting somebody else, you need to know what it feels like. It's much better if you cut yourself than cut a client. I have gel on here. This razor, by the way, is super sharp. They're not always this sharp. Sometimes you get really crappy razors. And every brand does it, you know, like every brand has some that are killer and some that are not, you know, and you know, if you're a barber, you know right away when you pick up a bad razor, you got to take it out. Toss it, get rid of it. It's only going to cause you to mess your client up. Oh, that's cool, guys. That's cool. Let's start to fade the beard off. I'm going to try this old Rogue clipper. This is super easy, guys. So watch this. I'll just close this all the way. See how close this Rogue can cut. Man, that thing cuts close. Now I'm going to open it. Start closing it again. Not bad, right? Close it all the way. Okay, I can tell you right now that this is going to be a good tool to use here once we get to the removal of the skin line portion. But that's not bad. But I mean, really, it wasn't all that long ago. I mean, even when I was younger, there were still people who were straight razor shaving themselves. And, you know, if you start practicing it, you can get good at it. They did it. Well, they did it during World War I, World War II. People were straight razoring themselves all through the history. So you guys are able to do it. It just take a little practice. I want to get all the way down the skin anyway, so. Good morning, good morning. Gandalf with a fade. All right, so now it's time for the hard part, guys. We're gonna have to, I don't know, man, I'm gonna be dying if, it's kind of warm in here, guys. Got the window open. It's 85 degrees in Florida. Not to bitch about a great thing, but it is awfully hot in here. So I'm gonna throw this thing on. I'll take my shirt off. I'll put this on real quick. 'Cause I'm gonna be dying under this cape if I'm sitting under here forever like this. So I'll throw a cape on here. So like I told you guys, double tap the middle of the screen, thumbs up the video. It's going to be a little bit of a slug here to get this done because I'm not using my normal tools for one, and for two, I'm cutting hair in the bathroom mirror. So these are all things that kind of can go against you. Get you guys pumped in a little bit here. Let me see if I can balance you and push you in a little bit. Let's see how this we'll see how this goes right here. Hopefully you guys can see. Move it back just a touch. All right, so here goes nothing. We're gonna try using that mirror. I got the skin clipper from Gamma. I don't know how close this is gonna cut. Thing's actually cutting pretty damn smooth. Guess I'm a bit out of it. It's actually cutting pretty smooth. Let me grab this three-way mirror. It came with this other mirror, and honestly, this is probably gonna be a little easier for me to be able to see the back. I'm gonna have to do some hopping around here to get it, but maybe I'll move your guys' position here in a second. But let me just. It's cutting great. For something that's literally sat in my closet for I don't know how long, and I have no idea how much battery it has. Hopefully it doesn't die before we get to a point where we get this dialed in. But let's see where we're at here. We finished off right about there. So I'll go to the middle. Well, it's already dying. I don't need it to go too much further. That left side looking like shite. I don't like this. This little mirror thing is definitely going to make it a little bit of a trick. I don't really ever use like a mirror like this. I'm gonna try to adjust this a little bit here. Move you guys in more, maybe like this. You can see. What are your thoughts on using detachable blades? I love using detachable blades, guys. I use them all the time still. The only guards we have here, I have like a half through a 3, which actually I got a 4. Should be pretty good. That should get us where we want to go. I'm gonna hop up on this counter here so I can maybe see what is the point of this three-way mirror here. I don't know, man. Like, okay, I kind of see something right there. You definitely see really good on this right side. Let's see with this left side. Can I do the same thing on the left side with this three-way mirror? This is gonna be a fun haircut here. I can tell you guys that. I already got the sense of I'm using my left hand now. Maybe I'll just go to Christmas with a hat on, guys. What do you guys celebrate? You guys celebrate Christmas or something else? I'll tell you guys, the shop has been crazy busy. I didn't have time to cut myself. All I've been doing is cutting other people this entire time. So I really haven't had time to give myself a haircut. The Army Barracks bowl. There you go. People are texting me Merry Christmas and stuff. I don't know what all the flipping me off is about. I'm not sure if that was towards me or somebody else, but it's okay, bro. Alright, so I'm gonna use the Rebel. This one is very loud right now. It's been sitting in a bag in the garage for probably a year. So I'm just hoping it gets through like the skin clipper did. So as I get up to the top of the line, I'm going to start tapping down. Man, I can kind of dig this mirror on this side. It's just my left eye sucks. What advice can you give me as a barber instructor? That's actually a great question, bro. I'll tell you this, it's kind of like a thankless job. And there was something about it that I just absolutely love. See, I did it, I don't know if you were in the chat earlier, but I did work as a barber instructor for about 11 years, right? And in that time frame, I met some really wonderful people, and I didn't really understand how all the pieces went together, but it turned out to be one of the greatest assets for me. It gave me the comfort of working on stage. It gave me the comfort of public speaking, and just getting better at managing my time, and learning about myself as well as the students, like what I can actually handle and what I can't. But I'll tell you this. It's one of those deals where you gotta have some love for it, and later you figure out where all the pieces fit together. One of the other things that was really cool about the barber school was there'd be no YouTube channel. There'd be no YouTube channel at all if it wasn't for the barber school, because I made some videos just to put on there. Appreciate you for the super chat. I made some videos just to put up for the students, really. And those videos did really good on YouTube. So without being a barber instructor, that would have never happened. One of the things though I can tell you is it's much more challenging for you as a barber instructor to show up and teach students every day. It's so much more challenging doing that than pretty much anything else you could do in this business. Because me, right, I show up to a classroom, people know who I am, and I'm able to keep them entertained quite easily for 2 or 3 hours, whatever the class is. But to be able to keep people motivated day in and day out, year in and year out, it's so much more difficult. Said, I'm sorry, but that beard is disgusting. It's kind of funny. It's actually pretty clean. I washed it. But to each his own, brother. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's all good. You ain't got to wear a beard. But your comment is also pretty feminine too, so it's kind of funny to me. He said, nah, cuz you look zesty. That's what I'm talking about. That might be the first time I've ever been called zesty. So that's pretty cool. Hey, I don't really worry about it, guys. I know there's gonna be people out here who don't like, who don't like. We all wear our hair different ways, guys. We all wear our hair different ways. So I think that's where we got like a lot of people have like a lot of ego in this world where, they think that what they do is better or makes them a better person than you. Certain people got to be out here living in their ego, letting their ego kind of run their life. The type of people that I know everybody in this room has met one, but they're the type of people that will like smile in your face and act nice to you and then talk bad about you the second you leave the room. There's a lot of sickness in humanity like that, where people act like that towards each other for no good reason. Truth is, we're all just the same. We're all just trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to make content for cool people. Trying to help people. I've helped a lot of people. Matter of fact, last week on YouTube, they said I hit 30 million views collectively. So it might even be possible to say that I've helped millions of people doing this. All right, y'all. This little thing has been around forever, but I'll tell you what, you can't do this for your, in the shop. But it is one of these things where honestly it's just easier using this than anything else. The last time when I clean shaved, it was during COVID. I wish I didn't do it, to be honest, because it was, we were wearing the mask every day and it was just turning my beard in like this bird's nest, and it was just terrible. Every day I'd take it off and it was just terrible. So I got so tired of the beard just being like, that I cut it off. It was probably 6 inches long then, so I guess that would probably be about 2020 was the last time that I shaved it off. And I wish that I didn't really, because shortly after that we stopped wearing the mask and it wouldn't have mattered and everything was good. But all right, y'all, we're gonna go over to our trusty Rebels. We're gonna start this blend and I'm gonna bring this in. You guys are cutting your son's hair now, you said? That's pretty cool. We'll try to bring this in so you guys can see what I'm doing. I can't really look at everything at the same time, but we're gonna put the clipper in the open position, right? And I'm gonna make that second guideline. The three-way mirror is definitely going to make it a little bit easier to cut the back. The half of it that's facing this window is going to be much easier. Like I'm going to knock that out like real easy. It's just this side, everything is so backwards looking in this mirror that I'm used to. Normally I like to just hold the mirror up and cut. But if I stick to my process here, it really shouldn't be that difficult. I just can't see nothing when I'm looking this way. I got to get that other little mirror here so I could try to do the back here. I got this other little mirror it came with. See, this is more my speed. Like I could cut hair like this. In which case, when I have this mirror, I almost wish I didn't even have this stupid ass three-way mirror. You gotta watch because your skin's gonna bounce a little bit. And I think while I'm at it, I might as well just get rid of the worst part first. So I'll start stepping my guard down, my blade down. Will pretty much be the worst part of it. I'm so glad I took my shirt off, man. It's hot as hell in here. Alright, we're gonna jump over to the saber trimmer and just try to bust out the bottom piece of that line there. A little closer so I can see a little better. This tool is where it's at, guys. Probably the best trimmer. Still, I think like the best trimmer on the market, guys. So if it's not set super close, like this is not set super close right now, I could set it super close if I want, or I could just turn it upside down like I just did there and hit that. Alright, so the back of your head, just plain out, it sucks. There's just no two ways about it. If you're gonna do this on yourself, back of the head sucks. Double tap the middle of the screen, and we're gonna get this side. You guys will be able to see this side real easy. And the good news is I can see this side real easy because I'm only cutting hair with a light out the window right now, which isn't the greatest. Let's try the Rogue. So let's see if we can get the Rogue, blend out this bottom line with it. I kind of like to start from the bottom and flick out. If you guys like any of the products that you see me using, matter of fact, it's only $100 for this clipper. This clipper is $99, and this honestly is a Ergo, which was one of the best clippers on the scene for a while. I think it was 2022 it won Clipper of the Year. But it's one of these clippers that's been consistently in a lot of shops. You'll find this clipper in many shops. Alright, let's go on to the next step here. There's a lot of hair up here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do a bulk removing step. So I'll put a 2 on here, and we're going to start to work this out. I can actually do a lot of the back too while I'm at it, which is great. Just coming straight up off the head, and it's knocking it down. Now we'll go to the 1.5. Oh, there's gonna be a mess in here, guys. Almost at 100 likes, guys. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Little Christmas, pre-Christmas live. All right, now we'll work on the bottom line there. I'm going to do that with the half guard. I'm going to click it up, 1, 2. Well, for those of you guys who don't think I'm going to fade this out, you're wrong. Let me close it down a little more. Open it up. Damn, I thought I wouldn't be able to fade it out, guys. Man, I thought y'all said I wouldn't be able to fade it out. I know you guys are out of pocket sometimes. You guys ain't got no faith sometimes. It's okay. I don't have a lot of faith in my Buffalo Bills right now, but I'm still rocking with them. Did I miss a hair there? Nope. Man, that came together real easy. The Rogue did his thing, guys. Look, the Rogue did his thing, all right? I'm not done, but I mean, look, I'm not gonna sit over here and pretend like I'm gonna do a better haircut than my barbers that work for me. They're gonna do a better job than I am. I'm just trying to get something passable so I can go to Christmas and not look like I do right now. He said, I'm not a fan of the Bills, but he loves Allen. I love Allen too. I mean, God, but without Allen, we would have nothing, wouldn't we? Allen is a savage, y'all. Put the whole squad on his back. When are they going to get this man some protection, bro? I want to see him, like, really get a chance at a Super Bowl. I'll be so disappointed if Josh Allen doesn't get a Super Bowl, man. I won't even go live for a week if that happens. But the thing about it is, too, is, like, I'm almost at a point where I don't believe the Bills could get him a Super Bowl. Not with this. No, I agree. Get rid of Sean McDermott. He's got to go. 100% agree with that. But the thing about it is like, I love Allen so much that I'm almost like, I wouldn't even be upset if he was to leave the Bills and go get a Super Bowl. I don't think he's the type that would do that, to be honest. He doesn't strike me as the type that would leave the team. He seems like the kind of guy that will want to be there forever. But at the same time, I just feel like if he was in the NFC, he would have probably already got a Super Bowl by now. You know what I mean? So like the fade with that lever guideline, he's already a guy in Buffalo. They said, all right, let's see if I can move you guys to a different frontier over here, because you're not going to be able to see any of this left side if I don't. So bear with me a second here. I'm going to work this out. I don't have the greatest setup in my bathroom here, all right? I'm showing y'all the live raw. You guys are gonna have a better look of the back of my head than me. All right, so I got the 2 on here. I'm gonna go up and do that same step. We're gonna get rid of some of this line above the line. We'll throw the 3 on here. Hopefully get that top piece to start looking kind of passable. Just going straight up off the head. I'm not even looking, guys. I'm freewheeling blind a little bit right here. Can't see, I really can't see nothing on this left side. We'll go to the 1.5. That's why we'll fade down, because hopefully fading down, we'll be able to still get it out. So I'm gonna close this. I'll go in the front here, see how high I can go up, because I can sort of see this a little bit. If I move some of this shite over here. What y'all asking for Christmas, by the way? Curious what you guys would say you're asking for Christmas. Like, what's that one thing you wanted to treat yourself to for Christmas? I'm kind of thinking about it like, the materialism of these days and stuff, like the more things I buy, the less things I use. I think so much of us got so much extra stuff laying around. Like, honestly, I don't really want anything out of this year. Personally, I feel like I got everything I need, and any more that I do accumulate will just be more stuff that sits around and I don't use. But I think it's time for me to be honest about my golf game. Golf is a serious addiction in our family, and that's all we really want to do. So it's like I get all these other things that would be, you know, like I'd have to start a whole new hobby. Like, I know Sonny got into like airsoft not long ago, and he wants to like try to play airsoft for like 3 weeks, and now he wants to sell all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, he goes, you want to buy my airsoft stuff? And I go, no. When am I going to play airsoft? I'm not going to play airsoft. You know, it's not, it's just not something I'm going to do. I just need to be more honest with myself about what I like and what I don't. And in all honesty, all my extra time goes into playing golf. I like that the most. So, all right, we're gonna keep rocking with this Rogue, man. This Rogue is doing its thing. I don't know how good it really looks, but to me, it looks like this thing is really getting these lines out pretty easy. I can't see the part that I'm working on right now. I mean, in general, at the shop, this would be so much easier. But I looked at myself in the mirror this morning, and then I thought, you know what? You guys might be down to join me on a live, and we've held like 100 or a couple hundred people here pretty consistently. We almost got 100 thumbs up, which is kind of all I ever set out to do. I mean, if I get more, it's like great, but like if I get 100 thumbs up, it really helps the channel. And it's not easy, guys. It's not easy on YouTube. I'm one of the longest people running in the game on the YouTube barber scene, man. I've been doing this a long damn time on the YouTube barber in the YouTube barber space, and a lot of guys have come and went since I've been doing this. I remember one of the guys, Ant the Barber, man, he was so big, dude. He was killing it. Good dude too. Really had a lot to give. But then he was doing videos that were similar to mine, but he was getting so many views and doing so well. And then he stopped. And I don't know why, you know. But YouTube is really one of these things that just can't think about it too much. It's just like, hey man, I'm gonna keep trying to do my best, and if the videos do good, great. If they don't do good, great. Don't care. I'll wake up and get back after it tomorrow. So you know what I mean? Giving yourself a taper is much easier than what you see me doing right now. It's just, there's a lot of steps in the back you can't see as good. It sucks. Like, boy, this left side is so hard because I got this light here behind me that's blinding me. And it's making it a real mother. If I could do like some shear over comb right here, that's exactly what I would be using. There we go. That spot was driving me crazy right there. Pushing down pretty hard right there, trying to get this to look good in the front. Well, I gotta say, the Rogue did an excellent job though of removing that bottom line. I should probably switch to the Rebel for this side right here a little bit. Hey, we hit the 100 likes, Mike. Thank you guys so much. So the Rebel is a little slower moving of a clipper. Magnetic motors, they move really fast, but they bog down kind of easier. So that usually makes it a little bit easier to remove, you know, some of the harsher guidelines. But as you get to the point in your haircut where you're starting to kind of detail things out, and you're not trying to remove a whole lot of bulk, it's just a little easier sometimes to switch machines. So yeah, you guys like the neck milling. I'm dying here, man. My bathroom is really hot, guys. It's a good problem to have because being that we are in Florida, it's pretty warm, but at the same time, it's also one of these things where you gotta have the AC running. All right, we're gonna see the back. Damn, that don't look bad. I've done a worse job on the back before, guys. All right, let's switch back to the Rogue. So I believe in the Rogue is gonna be the tool. Let's go back a couple of steps here. I got a half guard, and let's see what that does. We'll start there. This is like really towards this side of the mirror. I could see a little better. Yeah, the Rogue was the right tool, guys. Sorry guys, I'm blocking the mirror over here. I can't really see it. Well, I can kind of see right there actually. Let's see if that works. Dude, that ain't bad, y'all. That ain't bad. Like I said, guys, it ain't got to be perfect for me. I'll live with it. But if I can get these, just these little details to blend in a little better, I'll be happy. Can actually see with this mirror real good right here. Now everything is upside down and backwards, but yeah, I can live with that. It's coming together, guys. Coming together. Happy holidays. Finally got a chance to catch your lives. I have a question from Buffalo, upstate New York. Yeah, I love the Bills, man. I love the Bills. Matter of fact, Sonny got me the new Rivals jersey, which I think is like one of the coolest looking jerseys I've ever seen. But also it's kind of feels like a little bit of bad luck because when we wore that jersey, we lost. And I got a feeling the Bills are sitting on a shit ton of those jerseys because they probably can't even give them away. Unless you bought it before that game, you probably wouldn't have bought it yourself as a Bills fan. But I don't know, guys. I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Bills going all the way. Not with Sean McDermott at the helm. I think it's time for a change. So if you're a Bills fan, which all the coaches that could potentially be out there, of all the coaches that could potentially be out there, the one that I'd be probably most interested in, obviously, would be John Gruden. And if Green Bay is seriously stupid enough to get rid of Matt LaFleur, I'd give him a try. That guy, I just think about how Green Bay, you know, the fans own their team, right? And even with the fans owning their team, they have consistently been able to draft so well. And to me, it's like, dude, where's the Buffalo Bills draft picks been at? I'm not mad at the cut, guys. I'm actually cautiously optimistic about it. We're going to line it up. But the Green Bay Packers are not able to spend big money in free agency, right? So the fact that they get so many good draft picks, maybe the Bills can learn from that, is where I'm going with that. If we were to have Matt LaFleur. Because Matt LaFleur obviously has learned a lot about how they do their depth charts and everything like that. And, you know, the Bills are just like kind of dumb when it comes to drafting. Keon Coleman, bust. Kiara Elam, bust. I mean, all right, if you took away the Josh Allen pick, which probably had some luck to it. There was a lot of good quarterbacks in that draft, but obviously Josh was the best out of that class. But if, let's just say we take away Josh Allen and James Cook. Other than maybe Groot, Cole Bishop, dude, they've really not hit on a lot of draft picks. I would have much rather got Xavier Worthy than Keon Coleman. I'm a Giants fan. You could have McDermott. We'll give you him too. We already gave you Brian Daboll. That didn't work out for you. You can have him though. I don't know. But if I could have my choice of a coach right now, I'd probably pick Matt LaFleur, honestly. All right, this is not my A game, guys. We got a pair of texturizing shears. I got a feeling these texturizing shears are going to take off way too much freaking hair. We'll have to test it. These are more of a chunky shear. This is not ideal. You know, what's funny is you could do such a good job on the sides of your haircut when you're cutting your own hair, but boy, when you got to do the back, that just sucks. But I mean, honestly, if you take away those couple of people I named, who did the Buffalo Bills draft really successfully? I mean, it's real sad. I mean, it's a sad state of affairs that this team can't draft at least some protection, for Josh Allen. Like, take the Houston Texans game as a great example. Josh gets sacked 8 times in that game. For those of you guys who didn't watch the game, Josh takes 8 sacks in that game, right? Well, don't you think it would have been better to lose the game and protect Josh? So if that meant shipping Anderson or putting more people around Josh just to protect him, don't you guys think that would have been a better way to lose? We lost the game anyways, but don't you think it would have been a better loss if Josh Allen would have just been protected? Why should he get sacked 8 fucking times in the same game? And you're going to let that go on. After 4 sacks, you don't make an adjustment. After halftime, you don't make an adjustment. Sean McDermott is supposed to be this defensive creative genius, and I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Like, you're such a great defensive guy. You got Bobby Babich. Who knows? This guy's clearly got to be one of the worst defensive coordinators I've ever seen. And then you don't think, hey, maybe we should chip Anderson. Anderson's having a field day, and so is that other guy. They got 2 guys that terrorized Josh Allen all day long, and we could do nothing. So then you got Joe Brady over here. Drop him back in the shotgun. Yeah, okay, that works. Where are the screen passes? Joe Brady, when you're getting blitzed, why don't you have a ton of screen passes dialed up? Will Anderson is he's a monster. No question about it. But I'm just saying, like, Will Anderson, if you put a couple, that's how they did it with TJ Watt. Both the Watt brothers. That's how you deal with that. You have to put an extra guy over there. And if that means you got to lose, they didn't even have to blitz because that guy walked through him every single time. Joey Bosa, when he played at his best, every one of these guys normally gets double teamed. And for whatever reason, the defensive genius Sean McDermott thought, no, we're not going to double team them. Our guys are good enough to go toe-to-toe with him. No, clearly not. Clearly not. It was a sad game to watch Allen get sacked 8 times. We're lucky he didn't get injured in that game. So, just my 2 cents. Sean McDermott's got to go. Take Joe Brady with you. Take Bobby Babich with you. Yeah, no. Pressure with the front 4. You're 100% right. Pressure with the front 4 is all they needed. Why would they blitz? It's like all these people think you got to blitz every time to win. Like with Drake May. Drake May, for instance. Drake May rolls out to his right. Nearly every single play that busts down, he rolls out to his right. Wouldn't you think it would be smarter to contain him? But no, they keep blitzing. They keep blitzing off the weak side every time. force him out to the right. He's got plenty of time. And not to mention, he made a couple of killer plays there too. Like, not to take nothing away from the guy, he made some plays. But I'm just saying, like, there's certain things that you could have done that would have made that a lot more winnable the first time around. We won it the second time around. Right where the shaver. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're in business. We are in business. I don't know if I should put the color in my beard. I'll put some color in my beard. I'll put some color in my beard. I know you guys ain't gonna like it, but I'm gonna put it in a little heavier right now. I gotta get this thing off, man. I am cooking. Cooking. But I don't know, some of the games that are going on tomorrow, they're kind of weak. Like, I would rather, some of the games, they're just, all these teams are playing for pretty much almost nothing. And I mean, it's just a shame that that's how it shaped up for the Christmas day. It would have been cool to have seen, like, maybe that last Patriots game, that would have been a fun, like Patriots-Ravens on Christmas would have been that would have turned out to be a great game. Schedule-wise, I'm just saying, like, obviously they make these schedules way before, so I don't blame the NFL for that. But I'm just saying, like, the way these teams have shaped up, yeah. Man, there's a few things in life that make you feel better than just getting your hair cut, especially before, like, you know, you're about to go see all your family and stuff. Like, I didn't want to show up looking like that. I cut everybody else's hair. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. I didn't want to go. I cut everybody else's hair. Barbers give so much of themselves during the high time of the holiday, because I'll tell you guys what, man, yeah, it's going to be busy before the holiday for most people, but if you don't have your books built up, come January 2nd, 3rd, you're going to be sitting there doing not a whole lot. I'm going to try to bring you guys in a little closer so you could see. We just use a little bit of Kiss Express. And if I can use my eyes and you guys can see at the same time. So that's the product we use. We're painted in. Got a little bit on the brush. Don't remember which side I put it on. That kind of matters. Just a little bit on the top line. By tomorrow, after I shower and everything, by tomorrow, this will all look pretty natural. Just makes the line look really sharp. So I put some in here. Just want to get a tiny bit on the line. Kind of follow your line and then just brush it down in there. A good firm brush kind of helps a little bit. So thoughts on looking for a barber apprenticeship in Florida? They do the apprenticeships a little different in Florida. They allow you to apprentice at a barber shop for only 100 hours of your training. So it's like other states, you can actually get your full and complete license in a lot of states doing it that way, which I think is wonderful, because you can be learning and making money at the same time, which is really nice. But the barber board in Florida, unfortunately, is a little bit ass backwards. Maybe I need to run for the barber board in Florida. I would roll back so much of this bullshit, wouldn't even be funny. At least they lowered the hours to 600, which is better. But I just think that, like, a lot of people could be a barber if they wanted to. But the schools and everything just kind of got a stronghold on who, you know, if you don't got the money to pay. I mean, it's like $10,000 on average to go. I didn't even do nothing to my mustache. You actually just reminded me. Thank you. I probably should do something to my mustache. Well, that's gonna look great. We'll do something with the mustache. With this light here, it's showing me that this color is like super, it looks like it's super, little too light to really match my hair, but I don't really care. Actually, it doesn't really look quite as brown as it does in this camera. I'm literally right next to a window, guys, so you're getting a much closer view than anybody else is gonna get of me, so no one's gonna look at my my hair color on Christmas and be like, yo, your hair is like mismatched by one level. I could live with it. I just had extra color here. I wasn't even going to do this, but I thought I might as well do it. Just trying to fill in the gaps where there ain't no hair no more. And then we'll come through with the razor. I'll show you a little trick. Kind of like when it combs in nice like that. Sometimes the color can be a little bit of a... Well, I did a sloppy job on that. We'll have to fix that one too, but the rest of it... All right, so we can live with that. I told you guys, we're not doing... we don't have our A game today with all my tools and all my stuff at the shop. Things are a little bit different. Oh, cool. I do have this. This will be a big help. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do here is we're gonna spray this aftershave all over this. And I'm gonna use this to push the color, hopefully back into somewhat of a straight line. Did it right there. Don't need to do that again. We ain't gotta go pushing our edge up back too deep. Yeah, he said after you get old, you don't care too much, and you're absolutely right, bro. I never really cared that much about how perfect my haircut was, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm always impressed by good work. Like when people would do good work on my haircut, I'd be very happy with it. But for the most part, I never gave a shit, guys. It was, I think it came with growing up idolizing Jackass and CKY and all this stupid stuff and doing things to embarrass ourselves just for a laugh. Like, we did a lot of funny stuff, and I never cared that much. So when I was working at the barber school, a lot of times I would let people cut my hair for their practice. And if they did a bad job, it didn't matter. I would just clean it up a little bit, do the best I can. And if it was real bad, I'd wear a hat. I don't care. You know, like I'll wear a hat. I'm gonna go put a hat on and go play golf here in a little while. So what do I really care? But if you guys seen the way I looked when this live started versus how I look now, I like it. And I agree, it is a little bit unnatural, but once I get in the shower and wash it up a little bit, it will dissipate some of the color. It will look half decent. We got 124 thumbs up. I'll take this. The top of this has some color on it still, and that part of my beard is getting gray. So I don't want nothing to go to waste. It's just like if I'm cleaning a deer, we want to use every part of the fish, every part of the deer. While I'm at it here, I might as well just do the other side too, so that I don't got one side that's good and one side that's not. I just take the top of this and is that natural enough for you guys? So there's not as much gray, obviously. I'll take my beard brush it in. What do you guys think is more important, the lineup or the haircut? All right, just curious. What do you guys think? In my humble opinion, I'd much rather have a better lineup. The haircut, it's whatever, but like really just having a good line and a good edge, it goes a long way in making it, in my opinion. And that's another one of the reasons why I think it's kind of funny that people are like, oh, I don't want to learn how to become a barber because I don't know how to cut hair yet. Well, first off, you got to learn. But secondly, after you learn, one of the easier things to actually learn, I think, is doing an edge up. I've actually had pretty good success with teaching people how to do edge up much faster than I've had success with teaching them how to do fading. So it's just one of those things that makes sense to people. Fading doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you can follow every step I teach you, and even I could follow every step I just did on me, but it won't work for somebody else. So it's one of those deals where it doesn't make a ton of sense. All right, when it comes to this mirror, honestly, it might be good for some people. Some people might like the mirror, but this guy would rather, I honestly feel like I would have done a better job if I was just holding this. But in some areas, the mirror did kind of work pretty good. So for some people, I would say the mirror is a go. For other people like me at the barbershop, I feel like I do a better job of just holding my mirror. But that's just because I've got a lot more practice doing it that way. So maybe if I practice with this, I could get better results with this. And we use the Rogue, we use the Rebel, and we use the skin clipper, which I don't know if it's discontinued or if it's still being sold or whatever. But you can use a trimmer to set your line in instead of the skin. I just had this sitting here and I thought, well, that'd be cool. But if there's any tool you're gonna leave and you want to buy, this is honestly the best tool on earth for like your average person who just wants to keep, because this doesn't cut long hair, right? So for the average person that wants to keep the line nice, you can just bump this right into the line and it's not going to mess your line up. So it's pretty cool. Probably should do something with this mustache, huh? Should I shave the mustache off? My wife would be so happy because it's like it's so annoying when I'm eating too. Like I could just shave, but the mustache would be like a pencil. I don't know. Maybe we trim it a little bit. How about that? I just kind of forgot all about the mustache there for a second. These scissors suck. I got the worst scissors on earth here. And I don't really have a good comb, but we're gonna see what we can do. I got the Ivan Zook comb here. But let's see what I go. A little better. I don't know. Can't get it in my mouth. It's too long. That's what she said. What do I do with them trimmers? Let's use these instead. That's so much easier in the mirror. Ah! No, I'm playing. You said heterosexual males with beards do not do this. Sounds kind of like you might have called me gay. But not all heterosexual males are barbers like me. And not all people like are really as crazy about being a perfectionist. Now, me personally, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And I don't like to do anything in my life unless I can do it to the best that I want to do it. So if I can't do it to the best of my ability, this is why, like, honestly, like, not to toot my own horn, but this is why I'm good at the barber shit. Because in the shop, I'm just as fucking crazy. I will keep working at something until I make it look perfect, and that's just my personality. I'm not gonna shortchange the client. I'm not gonna shortchange myself either. So, little brushes. You talking about these little brushes? If that's what is that what you're talking about? Those come with most of the clippers. You know, most of the clippers. So I'm not gonna half-ass nothing. So if any of you guys want to come get this smoke on the golf course, you come get this smoke on the golf course. I'm just as crazy out there as trying to get all my shit right, you know, and I like things that are difficult. I like things that are not masterable. That's why I like videography. I like filming. I like stuff like that because there's really no way to completely master golf. There's no way to completely master barbering. There's no way to completely master all the stuff that I'm into. This isn't checkers, you know what I mean? My handicap is it's 0.2. It went up a little bit. I was under scratch for a little bit, but I'm going through a bit of a swing change. And I think it's going to lead to better scoring in the end. Damn it, did I really just clog my sink? Let's hope not. Okay, it's definitely clogged. Man, when it rains, it pours, I swear. So the beard regimen really is like, don't wash your beard too much. Maybe wash it once a week. I can't say for everybody because you might be a little more oily than me, but like me personally, I'm not very oily. So if I wash my beard, I'm washing out all the oils. But I condition it every day, and I rinse it out good every day. Second I get out of the shower, I usually put beard oil in it, and then I blow dry it. Once it's dry, usually my last step would be getting like a beard butter, and put a little beard butter in here. And this also helps to kind of bring back some of the oils after a wash, especially. And it's just really good. Feels really nice and smooth. I know I gotta put some Drano, dude. I don't know, dude. I think I'm gonna have to pull the trap off. This is not good. These are the games we play. They are the names they say. That's gonna be a dirty sink. My wife's gonna love that. She will put another thing on my to-do list that I probably won't do. I never cut it. I just fade it at the top. I do my line. I said I don't really cut it. I might trim, like sometimes this left side grows a little faster than the right side. So every once in a while I might just kind of like nip off some of these really long, goofy ones. But no, I never cut it. I don't want to cut it. Like I'll tell you guys this, if you guys want to grow out your beard, like for real, one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is you got to let this stuff under your neck grow. This is where all your length really comes from. Think about it this way. Like, let's say you had a piece of hair as long as this paintbrush. If it's attached up here, right, it's not on the bottom of the chin. So, but if it's attached on the bottom of the chin, that's when you start to get the length. I've never dyed my whole beard. No, I usually just do the top. He said you need an Italian beard on the cheeks for 2026. That's right. But no, that's where I'm at. I'm from Buffalo, New York. From Buffalo, New York. If you got a patchy beard, in the beginning, the first thing you want to do is try to grow it long so you could see. And then sometimes your barber can leave certain areas a little bit longer to cover the patchiness. Sometimes it's just as simple as putting like a little bit of enhancement over it too for the time being. And then you can kind of work it out from there. But if you never give yourself a chance to grow it, you'll never really know for sure. Been growing my beard for 30 years. My hair is so thin and I can't get it to grow long. I'm kind of noticing that myself. It just seems like it's kind of tapped out. At a certain point, I don't know if it's gotten that much longer this entire year. I feel like I look at some of the videos and I'm like, it got longer. But looking at myself in the mirror, I'm like, when is this ever going to get like longer? So... all right, you guys, listen, I hope you guys have an awesome Christmas. We got over 1,000 videos to help you learn. We go live all the time now. We're going to be doing it 3 times a week. I got a new studio set up in the back room at my shop where we're going to try to bring some really cool content for you guys. I'm actually very excited about it. So happy holidays to all of you guys, whatever it is you celebrate. I hope you guys spend some time with your family or just do something that moves you or that you enjoy. And also, don't get too stressed out over the holidays. It's only a couple of days, all right? I know some of y'all, some of the highest rates of depression and stuff like that sometimes happens around this time because people don't have people to spend the day with, or people don't have, maybe they're fighting with their wives about where they gotta go, this and that. Just lean back, man. It's only one day, and try to not let your ego get in the way. Maybe do this, right? Just for this one day, going tomorrow, for the one day, why don't you just let somebody have their way? Tomorrow, just if somebody says something you disagree with, just agree with them and let them have their way. And maybe you can have a better holiday, because internally you might know, hey, I was right. But voicing it outwards, what's that going to do, right? It ain't going to do nothing. So let's go hit the gym and get started off 2026. Yeah, 2026. All right, y'all. If you guys want to buy anything you guys see me using here, you guys can head over to StyleCraft. Use the code LIVE67 and save some money off your order. Other than that, man, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate to all of you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next show. Peace.